Hello everybody. In this video I'm going to show you some of the great features we have to offer in Course Studio. There's a lot of things you can do with Instruct Suite Course Studio, and so I want to give you a quick overview of each of the major features to help you get started quickly. So when you first open the application, I'm assuming that you've already installed and activated. If you haven't done that, you can check out our other video on installation and activation and come back to this video once you've done that. So once you open the application, you'll see a view similar to this where you have your list of recent files, and you'll also be able to verify that you're logged in with your user account, and you can view your product and license information by clicking on that button or by clicking on the file menu in the top left. So I'm gonna jump in and start showing you some of the features. So I'm going to open an existing sample course that I've created for this demo, and some of the basic concepts we'll need to understand to create a successful course. So Course Studio uses a flowing block concept. So each section you can think of like a page, and each page has blocks of content on it. And this makes it really easy to display it on mobile devices and on desktop computers. We can easily adjust how each of the blocks look, and it looks great on all those devices. So in this example, we've got a couple of sections with some of the most popular content blocks. So in section 1, I'm going to show you some image examples. So the first thing you'll see is the section title. That is there for the table of contents, which shows up in the player and on your left here when you're navigating around creating content. So we've got a couple of different types of image blocks that you can insert into your content. You can create images with text and images with that are widescreen, that are centered, that are all sorts of different formats. So you can see you've got white image, centered image, image and text, text over white image, text over image. Those are some of the ones you can pick from. So as you click around, this one's been populated already ahead of time. If you click around, you'll be able to tell the type of block that you're managing. Up here, this is a text over wide image. You'll be able to move the block up or down if you wanted to within your flow. You could also duplicate the block or delete it entirely. If you wanted to change the image background for this text over image, you click here, and then you can choose the image and upload it into your application. You can also adjust the overlay color to change the look and feel of your course. The text is also editable. You can change the text color. You can do all sorts of text, rich text features there. So there's another image block type here. This is a text over image that's a centered image. So it's more, it doesn't go all the way to the edges like the other one. You can see the difference there. This is simply a full width image, so if you want to have a banner image at the top or just show a really large image. This is a centered image. And for any of these image blocks, you can always change the block type. So if I wanted to change this to text, image and text, you can simply click on the drop down and change it. I'm going to restore it back to what it was. So here's an example with image and text side by side. One of the cool things you can do here is you can switch the left and the right columns. You can also change how wide the text is and the image relative to each other to really control the look and the flow of your content. For every content block, you'll have a standard layout settings which you can adjust. So you can adjust the background color of the block that's behind it. With images, you don't see as much. I'll show you on the text. Here you'll see more that it adjusts the whole background. You can also adjust the vertical padding between the content and the, so if you want to remove the padding entirely, or if you want to make it really large, you could add more padding between spaces, and then you can also reset to the standard layout as well. All right, I'm going to show you some of the text examples now. So these are text content blocks. They have the same layout settings, can be applied to any of the blocks. Here are some of the text types that you can add. You have heading text, subheading, paragraph, 2-column, or obviously the text over top of images as well. So here's some of the examples here. You can also, just like the images, you can switch to any of the block types that you want. So these are pretty straightforward. All of the text is rich text. You can change the font or the background color, any piece of text that you want. And then to revert it to the original, you click on the little no select, and that kind of clears the color. And that'll go back to the default settings for the block. So this is a heading. This is a paragraph text, which is basically the smaller font size. This is a 2-column paragraph text, and those are the basic types you can work with. You combine them with other content types and make some really rich content. Next, I'll show you some of the other block types you can add. We have video, audio, attachments, and links. Here's some of those examples of what they look like. These would be in here as well. So you have centered video, you can have a wide video, link attachments. You can even have some buttons for navigation and branching and interactivity if you want to add some interactive content and have the user choose their own path. So the video is pretty straightforward. You upload the video here, and once it's uploaded, it gets embedded in the document and gets published and converted to the right format. You can always preview the video inside the player right here. You can also preview it in the preview mode, which I'll show off in a minute. This is the wide video on the top. You can change it to a centered video as easily as you want. You can also change the background color of the video block if you want as well. Audio is very similar. You import the audio using the import button there, and then once you have it, you'll have a little bit of information displayed about the video, about the duration, and you can preview it here, as well as edit some of the captions and descriptive text around it. Attachments and links are also very similar. Once you're adding a link, you can edit the link by clicking here. You change the path it goes to, and then you can even click on it to view the link that it goes to. Same with the attachments. You can attach pretty much any document, any web-safe document. Import it in there, and then you'll see a little download icon, and you can edit the name of the file and the description. And there's a couple other content block types you can explore on your own. Next, I'm going to show you the preview and player settings. All right, so there's a lot of things you can adjust in the player settings. So there's a nice little, on the left side, you'll see theme presets you can choose from. This allows you to quickly change between just common color presets that we created. And you can see on the right what your course will look like with those colors. For the most part, the flowing content will follow the color of the block and the layout. Navigation buttons would have an active theme color that would get applied to them as well. So this is a really nice way to quickly freshen up the look or match your corporate standards you might need. If you want to change every aspect of the color, you can start with a preset and then go into the colors tab, and you can change every color and adjust them however you want. And there's a lot of colors you can pick from, and you can pick any color. There's a lot of preset colors that you can pick from as well, just make it quick to jump to popular colors and go well with themes and stuff. So you can change the background color, the text color. You can change pretty much everything you want. I'm just going to switch it back to a better looking theme. On the layout tab, you have some adjustments you can make to the look of the labels and the buttons. So the navigation buttons let you move left and right, and if you wanted to add the labels next to them, you can do that, or you can just have the label only. I like to keep it on the icons. Same with the submit and the next buttons, as you'll be able to adjust them as well. In the course, you'll be able to show the title or not, You can turn off the section title or the course title. And there's some scoring options which you can show as well if you want to have scoring take place. In this example, there's no score. It's just you take it or you pass it or you don't take it. There's no scoring option, I mean. Some of the other advanced features you can adjust, which apply more for when you're trying to create restricted access, so you make sure that they view content in order. So right now I've got it on free navigation, so you can jump around to any section you want in any order. But if you wanted to prevent skipping ahead, that would require them to complete section 1 before moving on to section 2. And then locked would mean they can't move backwards as well. So it's like no skipping forward or skipping backward. There's some resume prompt settings which you can jump into as well, but for the most part, when you're running in an LMS or the Learn portal, it takes care of whether the user is resuming or not for you. All right, so those are the basics for the player and player settings and themes. You can really do a lot of customizations here. So next thing I want to show you is the preview mode, which is a quick way to just review your content before you publish it to make sure you've laid things out how you want. You can preview the current section you're looking on or the entire course at the same time. I'm going to do the whole course just so you see what this looks like. So since I had the intro and the summary set up on this, you'll see an intro page with some quick little description that you can edit. And then you can click Start, and then you'll jump into the content. You'll notice the table of contents on the left here, which the user will be able to open and close as they want based on what device they're on. It may not show initially, but they'll always have the ability to open that menu if it's turned on in your settings in the features. You'll be able to turn the menu on and off and decide whether it starts opened or closed. So in here, you'll be able to view what it will look like on a tablet device, which is really nice to be able to get that view. You can switch between portrait mode on tablet, and then you can also see what it'll look like on a phone. And on the phone, the menu auto hides automatically as you're jumping around and looking at content, just because it would be too small to fit on the screen at the same time. Anyway, that's the basic preview. If you get to a spot and you're like, oh, I needed to fix that, you can always edit this section and it'll jump right back to where the edit mode was, so that you can edit that and then preview again. All right, next thing I'm going to show you is the publish. This is pretty straightforward. From the publish, you can also have a quick access to some of the preview, the player and the preview settings if you need to. You can publish to the Learn portal, which is recommended. The little description shows up on the landing page for the course. If you've entered in your publish token, you'll see that it's here, and that'll be a quick way to verify. If not, you can edit it right here for publish. So once you publish, you just click publish, and then it will upload the course to Learn portal in a draft state, or whatever state the course was in if you've published it before. Each course keeps track of itself, and so when you republish, it will update the existing course. You can click on the Manage button to jump directly to Learn portal, and that will show you the settings you can adjust on Learn portal for learners and assignments and things like that. If you wanted to publish for the web, you click here, and then you just choose a path to export the files to. I'll just export to my desktop really quick. Create a folder, sample. And then you publish. It's pretty quick. You can open and view it in your browser, and you'll be able to see that it worked and it published and it looks great. You'll also be able to zip it up if you wanted to email it to people, or publish it, upload it to your own website or your own LMS. Anything you can do from this point on. Anyway, that's a quick overview of the Instruct Suite product. I hope you enjoy the product. Let me know if you have any questions. You can contact support directly. Thank you for watching, and check out instructsuite.com for more helpful videos and tips.